you say this was a program that was like more middle office, back office support, or like this rotational program? And how common are those kind of coming out of these types of mastermind?
Yeah, I would say there's a little bit more because at least in the UK, a big part of that business is geared towards that. So they obviously have an investment team and, both fixed income and equities, but that's not necessarily their brand strength. So I think that's partly.
Were you looking to kind of try to transition into that front office?
Yeah. So I obviously didn't mention it, but that's kind of what I wanted to do since the beginning, right?
Yeah.
But it
makes sense. I mean,
yeah.
For anyone with ambition, you'd think you'd want to be making the decisions in the actual, if you love the markets, right? To be doing that. So, okay. Yeah. So is that what prompted kind of the next move after the, year and 10, like when did you start looking? Were you networking this whole time? How was your kind of whole process of making that next jump for yourself?
Yeah. So I started probably a year in. So when I had a year to spare. And the other reason for that is that you leave the program, whatever happens after 2 years. So I didn't want to be in a situation where, even if I was going to stay, I didn't want to end up in a role where, I didn't want to be. And I just really wanted to make sure that I sort of prepared as much as possible.
So when did they tell you, like, if you're allowed to stay past the 2 years? Is that pretty common?
I think that you work towards it in the last 6 months, and that's usually in conjunction with them trying to find your role internally.
Got it.
Obviously I was also looking outside, so I didn't tell them, but I started looking around a year before. A year in.
Would you recommend keeping that quiet for the people who are in a similar boat?
I would because, and another reason for that is just, I wasn't sure, if a role had opened, in the last 6 months, in the team where I happened, and they quite liked me or whatever, then, I would have taken it. And I probably would have burned a bridge had I said, "Oh, I'm going to leave, guys."